Hello everyone, Tina here. I hope your Tuesday is going fantastic. Thanks for joining me for Try It Out Tuesday. Today we're trying out an Avery Elle stamp set. This one caught my eye because there's a little bit of everything in here. And the little piggies were so cute, especially the one that's on the little scooter. Just love that little guy. And so that's the one we're going to create a card with today. The stamp set is called Sweet Swines. And again, it's from Avery Elle. And so we're going to jump in and do some stamping. I'm bringing in some Neenah 80-pound cardstock here. It's great for alcohol marker coloring or Copic coloring, and that's what we're going to use to color in our images today. I'm going to take my little piggy on the scooter, and then I'm also going to take the birthday cake, and then there's a few balloons in here, and then one little pennant banner. I chose the balloon that were traditionally round. We're inking them up with my black licorice ink pad. It's great for alcohol marker or Copic coloring, and that's what we're going to use to color in our images today. So while I color, I'll play a little music, and then I did list the colors up in the corner for you, but when I'm done coloring, I will catch you back. Okay, coloring is all done, and you can see I skipped coloring in the birthday cake. I wanted to use a little sentiment and stamp set that said "Go Hog Wild," and so I didn't want to make this particularly a birthday card, so I skipped coloring in the birthday cake. We'll just use the piggy on the scooter and the balloons for today's project, and I think they're so cute. Now for my background, I'm going to be doing a little bit of blending with my tumbled glass distress oxide ink, and then also my mini cloud edges stencil. We're going to create a cloudy background, a soft cloudy background. So nice thing about the stencil is you just keep twisting and turning to get a different look with your clouds, and super easy to do. I'm going to create a square background, so I think this is going to be fantastic. The square die that I'm going to be using is double stitched, which means they're stitching on the inside and outside, and we're going to bring in two of them actually to create a frame, but I'll use the largest one to cut out my background, and the size of this is a 3-inch square. So if you don't have a square die, you can always just use your paper trimmer and maybe a craft knife to cut out your frame, but I'll just tack this down, run both of these through my die cut machine so they're ready to go. So I have a frame that has double stitch lines. I just love that effect. And then you also have the background piece that will line up beautifully. I'm going to flip over my frame. We're going to add foam tape behind it. We're just going to remove the release paper and then add this to the front of our frame. If you wanted to turn this into a shaker card, it would be super easy to do. You just add acetate and maybe a double layer of foam tape. Add your little shaker mix, and you have a nice little shaker. I'm going to go ahead and adhere this panel to a standard A2 size card base. We're going to place it a little bit towards the top, just making sure it's centered here. And then we'll take our little piggy and our balloons. We're going to flip them over and add foam adhesive. I'm kind of going to skip his leg area because that's going to be overlapping on the frame. And this is Princeton. He came to visit us. He's been hanging out on my desk, just pacing, going back and forth. He's such a sweet kitty, guys. Oh my gosh, he is the sweetest little boy ever. And then he has the softest little voice. But anyway, I'm going to add foam adhesive. Oh, and I want to share with you, I plus get this little guy out. I'm sure there's coordinating dies. I'll list them below. But you see, I just continued the cut line all the way to the edge of the scooter to cut out the inside of that area. I like the way that looks. Of course, you could leave it white and not even cut that out. But basically, I cut right through his hoof. And you can't even tell. I do this with coffee cups and intricate areas. If you just slice through it, and then your stamped area closes back up and you can't even tell that you cut through it. So if you don't have the dies or don't want to get the dies to go with it, that's an option to cut out your little images like this. Now I'm going to stamp my sentiment that says "Go Hog Wild," which is so cute. And I stamped it with my VersaFine Onyx black ink. And now we're going to add just a few bells and whistles. I'm going to go ahead and add some, these are iridescent stars from Studio Katia. I want to add 5 of them. I always like an odd number of embellishments. And then after my stars are added, I'm going to go ahead and bring in my white gel pen, and we're going to highlight our little piggy scarf, and then also the balloons here. I like to add a little bit of a curved line and then a couple dots. And this just kind of, since there's a lot of white area, it just kind of, for me, ties it all together. Once my highlights are added, we'll add a couple little lines over the scarf. And then I'm going to bring in some Journey Glaze. Journey Glaze is like a glossy accents. And I'm going to go over my little piggy snout and his little hooves for a little shine. And then last but not least, we're going to bring in some sparkle using an aqua shimmer pen from Nuvo. We'll go over those balloons. And then that finishes off my card for today, guys. Pretty simple, basic card, but I think it's very fun. Thank you so much for joining me. I wish you a fabulous Tuesday, fabulous rest of the week. We will see you again soon. Bye-bye.